Good day, grade 11s. Today I want us to quickly look at topic 10, transforming of a business plan into an action plan. It is on page 117 in our textbook. We have an introductory activity there. You can do it for just recapping. Then after that we go on to page 118, action plan. Under keywords, we have the definition of action plan, document stating what must be done, who will do it, and by when it will be done. What must be done, the project that must be done, then who is responsible for doing that project, then by when, the time when it must be done. And then on the next slide, we have the methods of putting a business plan into action. Transforming a business plan, we have steps involved, we have planning tools, Gantt charts or work breakdown structure. We have timelines, we have project planning, critical path analysis, we have the PET analysis. Then we also have the contents of a business plan. Then we have using collaborative teamwork. And then next slide, we have transformation of a business plan into an action plan. The steps for transforming a business plan into an action plan. Define the scope of the project. What is its purpose? What are the first and last activities? What is the purpose of this project? Then what must be done first and what must be done last? Then develop a work breakdown structure. How are we going to break down this work? The work breakdown structure must be developed. Then break the project down into smaller activities. You cannot just tackle a bigger problem and hope to get a solution. No, you have to break that project down into smaller activities, and then at the end of the day, you combine, the bigger problem is solved. Then set time frames and work out how long every activity takes. You must have a time frame, or I'm going to start today and then I will be done next year maybe. That is a time frame. And then work out how long every activity takes. If it takes 2 months, yes, mention that there that it's going to take 2 months to complete this activity. Then you have to set milestone targets. Every activity must be accomplished according to the target. Then decide on accountabilities. Who will be responsible for the decisions made? Who will be responsible for the decisions are going to be made? And then accountabilities. Who's going to be accountable for this decision? Who will be responsible for this one? Who will be responsible for that one? They must all know what is expected of them. Then calculate the financial, the human, and technical resources you will need. Obviously, you are going to need the financial resources, the human resources, and technical resources. And then calculate how much those resources will cost. Plot the activity schedule onto a Gantt chart and then implement the project plan. Now you have sorted out everything. Now you have to put that project plan into action, implement it. Then communicate and review progress. Now you have to start talking to people. Then you are reviewing the progress. Next slide, we have a work breakdown structure. It is used to divide a project into manageable areas. It is also used to develop a schedule for either a Gantt or critical path method chart. And then it is also used to allocate responsibilities to staff members. You must use the work breakdown structure to divide a project into manageable areas, to develop a schedule for either a Gantt or a critical path method chart. And then you must also use it to allocate responsibilities to staff members. And then we have the contents of a business plan. A business plan should contain the following. Cover page includes business details and contact numbers of the owner or owners. And then table of contents, page numbers, the headings. Where am I going to find this heading in this business plan? And then an executive summary. An executive summary, the whole business plan must be put into a summary. If someone doesn't want to go throughout the whole business plan, the person can quickly contact or consult the executive summary and find out the whole idea of the business plan. And then the description of the business What kind of a business is it? Then including the form of ownership. What kind of form of ownership? Is it a private company? Is it a public company? Then the description of product or service. What product or service are you guys offering? Then a production and operation or operational plan. How are you operating? How are you producing your products? Then we also have the management plan. Who is the CEO? Who is the marketing manager, for example? Who is the supervisor? Who are the ground foremen? All those. Then market analysis and marketing plan. Then market analysis, market, consumers, target market, people who you are planning to sell your products to. Then marketing plan, how are you going to market your product? How are you going to ensure that they know about your product? And then we have the financial plan, how you are going to use your finances, how much you already have. Then the legal requirements, what must be done according to the law in your business. Then SWOT analysis. SWOT, it is an acronym: strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The analysis in that business. And then we have the support documents. For example, copies of contracts, plans, and diagrams. And then we must have copies of contracts. We must have copies of plans. We must also have copies of diagrams. Then on the next, we have a project planning and management. Project management skills are needed to turn the business plan into an action plan. This includes the use of knowledge, skills, and tools to plan and implement activities to meet the goals for a specific project. A good project manager will identify the resources that will be needed, such as people, budget, and time. That is the responsibility of a good project manager. The person will be able to identify the resources that will be needed. Such resources might be people, budget, and time. Then this good project manager will be able to allow time for consultations, approvals, and getting financial assistance such as bank loans. Then this person must also be able to prepare a schedule identifying the main activities of each plan. Then work backwards to prepare time frames. You must be able to prepare time frames. And then analyze each main activity by breaking it down into smaller activities. You must be able to break down the main activity into smaller activities. And then you must also decide who will make each activity happen and by when. You must be able to delegate this work to specific people, and by when must this activity or task be accomplished. Then you must also be able to allocate a budget for each part of the action plan. Then you must also create a projected income statement from the business plan to provide financial information. A projected income statement is an estimated income statement. Remember, we do not have a business yet. We are just busy with the business plan, and then it is a projected income statement from the business plan because we do not have a business yet. It is an estimated income statement from the business plan to provide financial information. And then you must also be able to develop control methods to highlight problems. Then identify risks and plan for unforeseen events. You must be able to identify risks and plan for unforeseen events. You must also be able to check the plan regularly. Then that is the end of our lesson for today. We will continue again with this lesson tomorrow so that we can have an activity to do over this lesson of setting up a business plan into transforming a business plan into an action plan. Good luck, guys. We will continue again tomorrow.